including
got this fan controller for this thing, so it's, this is the fan right now. I'm still going to run it on 1 speed. I'm going to run on the low speed for now and see how the car does, but this is straight slid into a fuse, which not the greatest. There's no plug in there, so I'm going to mount it over there, run the sensor into here, and then the plug's over there. This is the new plug ground. Now I'm gonna run the low speed fan off the orange fused wire. Alrighty, alright, we're here, we're wiring and trying to make kind of a wiring harness, kind of, not really, because can't really do that with the fact that there's only like 3 wires, but I'm trying to keep them neat and keep it tucked away from everything, and then set this up. This wire is just the constant power, and then I'm going to run another wire to this wire that's already been wired into the car, which is a black, well, it's not going to be black, it's actually going to be, I think it's a constant key-on ignition power. So what this green wire is going to be the other side of this snap switch into the ignition switch. I'm going to use a fuse buddy in there under the dash to a key-on source, which something was already plugged in. This was already plugged into. So this black is going to be ground. Now instead of like running it somewhere by itself, like over here, I'm going to run it with these other wires, which I'm running together. This one goes to the switch that goes into the radiator. Those 2 wires, one's the power wire that tees off up here with this ground. I'm going to run this ground over here. I'm going to run it along with those wires and put it under here and wire loom it so it's like a little harness. This whole thing will be a little harness. I won't have just 100 little wires. They'll all be together nicely. Also not doing what the previous person who wired it, like just twisting the wires together and putting electrical tape. Crimp connectors that are heat shrink. Get bundled up, you see right there, they go wired up, and then I have to make a prettier looking T there because 2 wires go into there, and then the other wires come up. That wire has to go in the car, and then 2 grounds. And then these 2, the white one is power all the time, and then this black wire is going to go where this green wire goes in the car. This black wire is key on, only power, and then that green wire over there is going to have to connect to that green wire, or a smaller one I would like. So I got these maxi fuse things out of a sob, this out of a sob, some new wires and switches. Got a connector that runs up to here. I'm gonna have 2 wires going into the car. The first set of wire I'm gonna pull like this through. Second wire, I'm gonna wing it. Now I got this, then I gotta figure out where the wires go from where to what. And then I'll put that over there for the high speed relay and fuse. Yep. And I got the connector connected. Okay, I am going like crazy trying to set up the low speed fan and then have a toggle switch for the high speed fan. I'm just like running all over the place. It's probably obvious, but I'm not very good at electrical, and I'm trying to use an already fabbed up Saab relay and fuse box to replace this, but the fuses are flipped and then there's an extra fuse in there. And I'm just trying to figure it out to wire it up the best way in there and there. Like take that and replace it with that, but I have not figured it out yet, and I think I've just been running ragged on this, and I just need a break and come back to it another time and figure how to wire in the new speed. I'm gonna feed a wire through for the toggle switch for the low speed, and I'm not gonna worry about wiring in the high speed toggle switch, since it's, at least if I do right the way it is right now, it'll run with a low speed fan, but it will not run with the high until I can figure out how to wire it all in with the new boxes. Okay, I tried this in the car and it didn't work. I flipped the toggle switch, it didn't work. I found out that the way this wire from Rock Auto, the blue, I was confused, but you think black is ground. Black wasn't ground, black was like the low speed, and it was all mixed up. I looked online and I found out that the middle plug is ground, and the closest to the ground on the plug when it's in the fan is low speed, and the closest is high speed. So I had to depin it. I had to cut this one and re-put it back together, and now it's probably gonna be too fucking short because these motherfuckers did this plug wrong. But I guess I should have checked, and that's my fault. So I'll look over that next time. Now I'm just gonna neaten it up.